Hello YouTube, welcome to the Budget Builders channel. This will be a channel about budget builds, about multiple different kinds of vehicles, anything from diesel trucks to four-wheel drive Toyotas to even daily drivers and gas Chevys. But this is going to be the first video, and this is going to be your first look at the Duramax. This right here is a 2003 Lb7 Duramax. It is a GMC SLT four-wheel drive. It has the OnStar, the bows, and the leather inside, black leather. This is the first time you look at the truck, and this truck is completely stock, pretty much how I got it, with the exception of a couple maintenance items. But for the most part, it's in decent shape for being in the northern states. A lot of rust and a lot of rusted cab corners of other trucks of this vintage. Mine, luckily, does not suffer from that. But it's a black on black truck. It's completely stock with the exception of engine mods, which I can show you right here. This truck has a Banks power pack system. So that includes the intake tubes, and it's got a Banks Technicooler, big head wastegate, and the cold air intake. You obviously can't see it, but this truck just got brand new injectors put in, brand new stainless supply lines, all by Bosch. And I also run a nictane adapter, if you can see it, with a cat filter. It's kind of hard to see. But this truck is pretty much completely stock, with the exception of the Banks stuff, and then the 4-inch exhaust, which I didn't mention. But I'll give you a walk around of the truck. Excuse the wheels and the bald tires. There will be new ones soon. Tailgate and bumper in pretty good shape. 6-inch Banks tip. It has tinted windows. I think the previous owner matched the front ones to the back. Looks to be about 25–30%. It's not in bad shape for having 210,000 miles. Back seat, extended cab. Definitely needs a new head unit. Whoever had it beat the crap out of the buttons. But this is going to be your first look, and the first time I'm going to talk about the plans of this truck. I got this truck primarily to use for heavy hauling. It's going to get a fifth wheel plate. It's already got the bumper pull set up. But it's going to get aftermarket wheels and tires. Thinking about maybe like a Method style wheel. Either that or like a Vision like Method look-alike. I've always kind of liked the desert 3/4 ton look. Probably more than likely going to get tow mirrors. I don't really like to jump on the bandwagon, but they're just so darn useful for when you're pulling loads and stuff, to have that extra visibility. Much safer. Whoever had it previously, it must have hit something kind of small in the front end, because as you can see, that headlight, the bracket behind it is kind of messed up, and the grill shell. So I'll probably get a new grill shell. I'm not really sure if I want to go stock again or stock with like a billet emblem. Kind of just have to wait and see. But the plans for this truck is pretty much no more engine modifications as of now. I'd like to go to pillar gauges, because that's the way that my EFI Live is set up. I can't do a monitor because of the data link on it. But it's going to get some audio upgrades. It's going to get the wheels and tire upgrades. You can see how bad those are. I'm thinking PPE tie rods or Moog HD tie rods are probably in the future of this. This right here is my daily driver. I'm a full-time student as of now. It's nothing special, just 2008 Cadillac CTS 4, around 100,000 miles, tinted windows. It has 2009 and up update shaft in the transmission and transfer case. It's a sport package with black leather, power stop, drilled and slotted rotors and pads. And this right here, this is probably one of the vehicles that it's really honestly going to depend whether or not you see a lot of it. Because as of now, all it is just a 2013 Chevy Silverado LTZ, black leather inside. But as you can see, it's got no side steps, mud flaps, or front valance. So And it's also got 25% tinted windows, I forgot to mention, and an aftermarket third brake light. But it's pretty stock as of now. Pretty clean truck. It's only got about 30,000 miles on it. This is actually my father's personal vehicle. He's been thinking about going a 2.5 to 3 inch leveling kit in the front with 1.5 or 2 in the back. Thinking about 33 12.5 on a 20-inch rim. He's not sure whether or not he wants to stay with the stock wheels or if he wants to try to find one. He's really been eyeing the hostile sprockets, the black ones with the milled outside. We both agreed that we think it would look the best considering it's an all-black truck, but it's got the chrome emblems and the LTZ grille and the body color stuff. But this truck, we may do a full build on it, or it may just go to the wayside for a couple months. It all depends how much he gets into it. He doesn't really drive it a lot, and it would just all be for looks, pretty much primarily. I mean, it's a decent towing truck, but everything that we started towing as a